What's going on, guys? Welcome to Frank's Media and Reviews, and I'm doing something a little different, a little challenging, and that is accepting the challenge from the Rad Pack for their Rad 9 Community Challenge of the favorite movies, 9 favorite movies from the year 1994. And 1994 was a banger, man. Holy cow. So many great movies. So it was pretty dang difficult. So wonderful challenge from you guys. I'll have their links down in the description. But yeah, thank you to Garrett from Born to Be Read, Mel from My Killer Podcast, and Justin from Justin David Talks. I'm so excited. This is my first one, first community challenge. So guys, let's get into it. Before I forget, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. If you do, I really appreciate it. And check out my tier memberships. Okay, down to business. My number 9 is a movie that I recently found. Enjoyed it so much. It's one of my favorite blind buys that I have ever purchased, and I've seen it like multiple times since watching it, and that is Cemetery Man, Della Morte Dell'Amore. This movie is such a great Italian horror film, and had to be talked about. This 4K transfer from Severin Films, holy smokes, it is one of the best. So dang good. The film itself is there's a little romance, and there's some wonderful gore scenes. Oh my goodness, man! This movie is like a typical Italian "what the heck did I just watch" type of film, but it is so dang good. There's some good scare scenes, gore scenes, and comedic scenes as well in this film. So I think this is Michele's best film, in my opinion, without a doubt. And so, yeah, it's just like a perfect zombie film. And it's one of my favorites, guys. Holy cow. So I'm starting it off with a banger, man, with a great movie. Check this movie out, The Cemetery Man. My number 8 is, I don't have this movie, but it is one of my favorite childhood films, and holy cow, it is so good. It's Little Giants. Little Giants is a great pee-wee football, misfit type of film that you can really get behind. And Rick Moranis, Ed O'Neill, these actors are so good. Obviously, they're pretty well-known, famous. Rick Moranis, Little Shop of Horrors, Ghostbusters, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, Ed O'Neill, Al Bundy from Married with Children. So this movie is so dang funny. There's so many iconic scenes, I think, in this film. And for me personally, I loved it a lot. And since I'm a father now, my girls are now, seeing the movies when I was younger and actually kind of understanding those movies as well. And I recently watched this with them, along with The Sandlot, and holy cow, they love the film, and it just makes me so dang happy that they love Little Giants, because I just remember laughing my butt off, and my girls did the same. So that is my number 8, is Little Giants. My number 7 is another funny movie that I don't have, which I will at some point. And that to me is Jim Carrey's best film from 1994, and that is Dumb and Dumber. Lloyd and Harry are iconic characters. They're so dang funny. Holy cow. And can we just talk about Jim Carrey's year in 1994? Dumb and Dumber, The Mask, and oh my goodness, I'm You know what? I'm forgetting. What's the third one? Ace Ventura. Frank. Yeah, simply iconic movies. All three of them. Perfect movies. He could not miss in that year. But Dumb and Dumber, like I said, it's Lloyd and Harry are so dang funny. They are just guys that may not be the smartest individuals, but they mean well, and there's some great comedic scenes in it. There's a flying dog van. There's a there's a little birdie who that song, here little bird with so that's a great scene. Their suits, blue and orange suits. I mean, literally, like, you can just name so many great scenes in that movie. That's a good one, man. I might watch that movie right after this because it is so damn funny. My number 6 is a great action film, and I think it's like my top 3 Keanu Reeves movies. I don't know. That's a good one. I had to think about that. But that is Speed. Man, I love this movie. It's a thrilling movie. And anytime Dennis Hopper plays a villain, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. I don't know a movie that I haven't liked that Dennis Hopper's in. First of all, like True Romance, he's good in that one. Even Super Mario Brothers. He's just Dennis Hopper's the man. But Speed, Keanu Reeves, and Sandra Bullock. I mean, this is the movie that's catapulted like her career. But yeah, it's just a crazy terrorist that puts a little bomb on a bus, and the bus can't go below a certain speed limit. I think is it 50, 55 or 60, something like that. I can't remember, guys. But yeah, and these people, of course, are held hostage, and Keanu Reeves tries to save the day. And if I remember right, it's got Jeff Daniels in it too. I gotta double check, man. Yeah, Jeff Daniels. See, so hello, great movie. Highly recommend it. Really action packed, a thrilling movie, and some great memorable scenes as well. My number 5 is a movie that I love so much. It's one of my favorite films. It's my top 3. I think it's my top 3 favorite vampire films, and that is Interview with the Vampire. I don't have a movie. I will. However, this movie was so damn good, man. Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, Antonio Banderas, Kristen Dunst. Kristen Slater. There's so many good actors in this film. I know I'm forgetting some other ones, but it is so good. It's a great horror film, but it blends in this old aristocrat type of story, and just the story arc for this film, and how they blend in, like Kristen Slater as an investigator, a reporter, and blending in the timeline within the film. Great, man. And Kristen Dunst in this film was easily one of the best child actors in any movie. Amazing, man. If you haven't seen Interview with a Vampire, you need to watch that film. Like finish the video, but then watch the film, Interview with the Vampire. So that is my number 5. My number 4 is a movie that stands the test of time. I would be lying if this movie wouldn't be in my Rad 9. And ever since being a father, this movie just kind of jumps up, a little bit more. And I'm talking about The Lion King. Loved it when I was a kid. This movie means a little bit more to me now than it even did when I was younger, just because I've had so many memorable scenes, moments with my girls for this movie, specifically for this movie. And my youngest currently, she's 3, and so she is just belting Lion King's Hakuna Matata, and I love it, man. The animation to this film, the story, you know, of course the damn father dies, but there's some good tearjerker moments, but then they bring it back and add some memorable songs. There's some great scenes and to the movie. Who the hell hasn't watched The Lion King? Again, if you haven't seen it, watch the film. Simply amazing. Right, as I stated earlier, this movie means a little bit more to me now, being a father with 3 girls, and so yeah, this is such a great movie. Must see movie. My number 3, and this is tough, man. This is a tough little challenge because 94 it was such a spectacular year for movies. So my number 3 is a movie that I watch every single Christmas Eve with my wife. It's a tradition that we've had for 10 years, maybe 11 years now. And that is The Ref. Watching The Ref. This is one of my favorite Christmas movies. Dennis Leary, Kevin Spacey, and oh no, you know what? I'm forgetting his J.K. Simmons. Woo! Save that one. J.K. Simmons, he's in this movie. But there's so many great, memorable scenes. This isn't as popular for the holiday films, and I'm going to do my favorite Christmas movies, and of course horror films as well. But this movie is like top 3 for me. Never seen it before until my wife showed it to me. And so it's about Dennis Leary just holding Kevin Spacey, Judy Davis. Kevin Spacey, Judy Davis held hostage to their husband and wife. They're just, they're at their end with their marriage. And so him holding them hostage is just very funny. And the whole Kevin Spacey's like family for the holiday dinner scene and just their grandma, holy cow. And Dennis Leary's partner Gus, or no, Dennis Leary is Gus. His partner is pretty funny too. I can't remember his name, but highly recommend this film. Has a very memorable Santa Claus in this film. If that doesn't entice you, guys, like, watch this movie. You're gonna laugh your booty off in this film, but specifically like the Santa Claus. He's hilarious. My number 2 is one of my favorite movies of all time, and that is Leon the Professional. Speaking of child actors in this film, Natalie Portman, like, that was a damn good year. Kristen Dunst's Interview with the Vampire and Natalie Portman with Leon. This is a movie by Luc Besson. It's got Jean Reno, and then of course my man Gary Oldman in this film. This is just a wonderful story of a hitman. And who just protects the young girl, because Gary Oldman is just a mean villain, one of my favorite villains in any movie, period. And he is just a madman. I'm not going to say what his profession was or is in the movie, but what he does to try to get Natalie Portman, and what the steps that Jean Reno does to help Natalie Portman in this movie. It's just there's great chemistry in this movie as well between Natalie Portman and Jean Reno. So highly recommend this movie. It's a great action movie with a wonderful story and a badass villain with Gary Oldman. So that is my number 2, and my number 1 is one of my favorite movies, and that is Pulp Fiction. This was a toss-up. I'm not gonna lie. It could have gone this could have been number 2, but at the time of this video, this is my number 1. It's my favorite Quentin Tarantino film. This has a stacks on stacks, guys, of a cast. I mean, Harvey Keitel as the Wolf, and oh my goodness, I'm forgetting the names. But anyway, I'm gonna remember. John Travolta, Samuel Jackson, Christopher Walken. There we go. Holy cow. Christopher Walken's monologue in this film is one of the best monologues of any film, with the watch. The story of Bruce Willis' father's watch. Iconic. There's some good dance scenes. And guys, I mean, and then Big Kahuna. I mean, there's so many great scenes, memorable scenes. And yeah, I mean, this is one of the best movies of all time. And this is and to me, this is the best film in the year 1994. It's a must watch, must own film, because each story has a great, memorable scene in it as well. So that's it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I had a blast making this video and making the tough choices of the top 9 and then ranking them. So thank you to the Rat Pack. Thank you to Garrett, Mel, and Justin. I really appreciate it. You guys putting out this challenge, because it was tough. So hit that like and subscribe button. If you do, I really appreciate it. Thank you to my tier members. John from Let's Talk Entertainment, William Driver, and Insomniac. And guys, check these movies out. If you haven't seen one, rectify that. See them, because they are just fantastic, memorable movies. I guarantee you're going to like them. So have a good one, guys.